This area on my desk is kind of a mess here. I got this USB hub, and then I got all these hard drives connected to it. I got all these external hard drives and these card readers and remotes and a tape measure, my GoPro, just a bunch of random stuff here. And if you have a big mess like this on your desk too, then you're going to want to check out these boxes that I got sent to me to make a video about. The nice thing about this cable management box right here is it's got 4 openings on it. You can see it's got one here in the front, and then one here in the back, and then it's got one on each side too. So you got 2 slots on each side, and then the lid just comes off there. This is a nice solid pine. You can see it's got a nice clear coat on it. You can see the wood grain there. You can see what it looks like inside here. It's got plenty of room to put power cords or to put USB hubs or a router or whatever you want to put in here. Whatever you want to put to keep out of the way, you can go ahead and set it in here. You put your power strip in here, and then you could just cover it up like this, and then you set your devices on top. I'm going to try it with that USB hub. I'm going to put that USB hub in there, and I'll see if I can put my devices on top. Okay, it looks like I fit the USB hub in there, and then I put a couple of hard drives in there. I want to put the lid on here and put a couple more on top. All right, now my desk looks a little nicer. So yeah, not only can you put your power cord in here, you can also put your USB hubs in there. And then you just put a few hard drives on top and the remote over there, and then this little USB switch right here. And then I got my little card reader, so it keeps everything really nice and organized. Now I got a little more room on my desk here. Got my tape measure there and my GoPro, so things are a little bit cleaner here. I got these cords under my desk here. I have to keep them up off the floor because my robot vacuum will come and vacuum up the cords. So I put them in that little basket there. I also got a couple little boxes underneath here. So I'm going to clean this area up and put my cords in this little box here to keep them out of the way. All right, there it is back there. I got all the cords tucked in there so they're out of the way so the robot vacuum won't be able to get to them. I had to keep this other box over here though because the robot vacuum goes back in there and gets stuck. You do get 2 of these in a pack, but I'm using one for the USB hubs to clean up that other area. So I might have to get another set of these because these things do look really nice. They're really great if you want to store stuff on the floor or if you want to store stuff up in the open. I ended up moving my PC tower to the top of my desk. And so I just put this over to the side. It's got the USB hub in there and a couple of hard drives. And then I got a few on top here. Some of that stuff that was on my desk, my remote, my tape measure, I also got that up here. And then I got that big hard drive there just behind it. And then it just runs through here to connect to the USB hub. I got all these cables and stuff, these cords running through the side there. So yeah, this thing's pretty nice, but it didn't put itself together. Let me go ahead and show you how I put it together real quick. Comes with some directions right here on how to put it all together. You get a couple of side pieces here, and then you get a front and a back piece there with slats in it to run the cords. And then you get a bottom piece here that's all flat. And then you get a top piece here that has some grooves, and then it has a place here where you can set some stuff too. You also get a little bag of screws, and it comes with a little Allen key here. I'm just using a little electric Allen key to make it go a little bit easier. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. The instructions say you take your side piece right here, your front piece, I guess, and you see there's a groove on there, so this will be the bottom. And then you take your little pieces here, and those will be the top, and you can see there's the bottom as well, so you want to make sure all of your grooves line up there. Like this right here, so that you can fit your bottom piece in there. And then you see on here, you got screw holes already started, so you can just go ahead and screw it in there. So I'm just putting the little screws in there. And then like I said, you can either use the included Allen key that comes with it, or you can use a little electric one like I'm doing. But this little one works good too. You can use it there to screw everything in there. And then once you get it started, I like to screw it through here so that it's sticking out a little bit. Just enough there that it's pokey so I can line up the other piece, the side piece there. And now I can fit my side piece in, and then it should line up with little holes that are in there. This is a solid pine here, so it does take a little bit of effort to screw in here. My power screwdriver is not quite powerful enough to get that last little bit there, so I'm just doing it by hand. And if you're using the included one right here, if you go this angle right here, it gives you a little more strength there to twist it, but you can get it nice and tight with it. So you don't have to have an electric one. You can use this little one by hand too. And if you're having trouble there reaching it, you can just put it on the side right here. But you see, you can certainly do that. Another nice thing about this cabinet right here, about this little cord box cabinet, is that it's got grooves right here, so the screws can fit in there flush. So just get them nice and snug there. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll slide this piece down into the bottom there. And then before you put the other side on, you want to slide this in. It doesn't look like there's a top or a bottom to it. It looks like it's the same on both sides here. So you can just slide that in. So we got that slid in there. And then same thing on here. There's the groove there, so you put that side in there. And then you got that lined in. Now I can just tighten all these up, and then we'll be done. Pretty simple to put together. It's just got a few screws on each side. It's got 4 screws on the front and 4 screws on the back. Feels like it's really well built too. The wood's nice and smooth, really good quality. It's got a really pretty grain to it. Everything fits together really nice. Okay, there it is. We got the screws on both sides there, and it's all finished. And then it comes with a nice little shelf here that's got a groove there to fit in. And there it is. You can see how nice it looks. It's got the nice wood grain on there. Nice clear finish. You can see how the top looks there with the groove in it. And then you got holes on all 4 sides for cords. You got holes here, and the same thing over there. And it's pretty versatile too, with a hole on each side. So yeah, this thing's pretty nice.